Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Lover Jive here, and today I'm playing Entropia Universe. What we're going to be doing today is a 50 PED Oompa hunt. So we're going to be going back to that area that I like oh so much and seeing what we can't do here. So let's land. We're just going to sort of crest this waterfall here. Boy, does it look beautiful. Let's head over. I'm going to go back to a sort of... I want to try and land somewhere where I don't have to deal with warhounds, but I don't think that's going to be an option. So I'm going to try and land just right over here, take them out, and see what's going on. I think a few people get annoyed when those PMs go off, but there's nothing I can do about it, and I don't want to answer that stuff on video. So they're just going to sit there. And if you guys do PM me, always remember that. Like, I'm going to try my best not to answer it during the video, but there is a possibility that it could happen. And also, one of the reasons I might not respond right away to you is because I don't want to open it during a video, just in case whatever you said is something you don't want other people to see. Nope. Alright, so this is like problem number one, right? Like, this thing just automatically targets, okay? Is there a target? There's got to be a target button. Let's look this up real quick. Yeah, so we can just do lock target, I guess. So we just sort of skip through them. That's one that I shot earlier and killed me, I think. And it looks like all we've got here are warhounds, so that's not good. Sorry about that. You guys probably heard a horn. Nothing I can do about that. I'm just going to put this lock target button up there. And we'll use that to sort of target in on mobs here. So let's just sort of jump through. We do have this provider here that I did do damage to earlier, so I'm thinking, no, I am not going to do that. There we go. Now we've got an Oompa here, so we're going to sort of skirt around these edges and try not to get any of these warhounds targeting us, because they're just doing way too much damage. So if you're someone from, if you're someone that's in charge of design that's watching this right now, I love the fact that you can bind the mobs. I get why you're doing it, but at the same time, it makes it so much harder for me to come here and hunt. So, if you could change that, it would be good. Because I love when you can get a pure spawn, especially in an area like this. It just looks so beautiful. You get that pure spawn. You can shoot them. Your armor's geared out for them. Look at this. Like, he's not even doing any damage to them. Because I put some plates on my armor, too. Like, I was worried that, hey, I don't know what these guys are doing. So I played it up, and this is probably the best. I'm running with some of the best armor I could get here, and these warhounds are just destroying me. And there's so many of them. That's the other problem, right? Like, they're just so like intertwined in this spawn. It's really killing me because I love the spawn, but that dude just came through the tree, didn't he? Okay. So yeah, as far as Entropia Universe and Arkadia Moon goes, there's a lot of things to love about the moon. It's just not... Oh, come on! It auto-targeted that guy, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Maybe we can get him stuck here. No, we can't. I'm going to try and take him. I don't know what I'm going to... Yeah, I can't do it. I'm going to try and take him, and then I'm going to fly back and come kill him again. So I'm going to isolate this mob away from everything else. Yeah. See, this is a problem. I know some of you guys say, like, this isn't a problem, but this is a huge problem when these spawns are infested like this with mobs that just don't really match up as far as the armor goes. This is something that Mindark used to deal with, but they got rid of this pretty early on in beta, so it's sort of a surprise to me that we're seeing these issues crop up again, to be honest. And it really does, like, it makes it so frustrating to hunt here. Like, literally, that happened, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this. I'm like, I love the area. I love the setting. I really want to come here, support the moon. But at the same time, it's just like, they don't have the spawn detectors working, right? So you've got to rely on the community to show you where. It's very hard to hunt down information. And even when you do hunt down information, sometimes you end up with spawns like this. Really cool spawns, really good locations, but then there's a few mobs mixed in that just don't match with the armor that you need to equip to hunt some of the things. So it's like they've made this impossible challenge. And I get, like, that is something that I want in a lot of MMORPGs, But again, the problem is with Entropia Universe that's you can't stick to a lot of the old design principles, because those design principles were based around me not having to spend a truckload of money to kill these mobs, right? If this was a normal game, I'd be like, alright, persistence makes perfect, we're going to go out here, we're going to keep killing these things until they loot us some good armor, and once we get that good armor, then we're going to be able to come back and really just destroy things. Or hey, maybe we're going to flip between armors and kill different ones, or whatever, right? But I can't do that here, because again, like, that's just not how this game was designed. There are some other potential solutions. My ship looks like it. Oh no, don't do this to me, Mindark. My ship's floating away. Ah, I didn't realize things floated like that. Can we take off backwards? There we go, there we go. We're about to do it. We're gonna do this. Oh, uh-oh. Oh no. Alright, let's see if we can make this happen here, folks. I think I can. Slowly, we're about to go over the edge, I can tell. Right? Let's just rock this thing here, right? Alright. Now I'm worried. This is gonna bug out, isn't it? I'm jumping out. I'm jumping out. Uh-oh. Alright, something's going on here. Let's exit. Okay. And this whole time I'm trying to kill mobs, which is annoying because I completely forgot I was trying to kill that mob, and now I just realized, like, he's healing up this whole time. He's been healing up this whole time that I'm sitting around here lollygagging around. This is costing money. Again, this is different from most MMORPGs, or most RPGs where things don't cost money, so it makes life a little bit easier on you. Let's land and take this guy out. You can see I isolated him. That makes him easier to spot. That's always something you want to do. For those of you guys who are wondering, like, always trying to isolate your mobs if you know it's going to kill you, because it just works out better that way. I'm just going to jump out over the... Yeah, here we go. That should be fine. Let's pull out the gun. See if it'll auto-target. It will. Now let's kill this thing. Look at that, right with that crit hit. 2 crit hits in a row. Come on, he's got to go down. If he crits me, I'm going to... Alright. I was like, I'm going to lose it if he crits me. Ooh, we didn't even get a good loot from that. Let's pick up the ship. Very interesting way of swimming here. He doesn't use his arms. Alright, we're not going to do that because those are going to die. So you don't want to drag your mobs across too much water. So we got a provider there. I don't want to get too close. Let's see if this alpha, I think he can make it to me. Yeah, he can. Alright, we're good, we're good. So we're going to take this alpha, see if we can't get a nice kill here. And so far, for those of you guys wondering, I haven't found any items that are super unique or super cool or anything like that. That's one of the things I always look for. When you're hunting a mob that's unique or takes a unique type of armor to kill, you're sort of looking for... Oh, come on now. Damn it. See, it auto-targets like this, and this is just... It makes it undoable. It really does. I guess I can try and drown him. Let's see if that works. Hopefully this guy can't swim. So at least they gave me this ability. I can drown. What? How's he attacking me? He shouldn't be able to attack me. He's way down there. Alright, so that mob, she should be dead. But you can see that's part of the problem. Like, that auto-target that Mindark implemented with F is just killing me here. And this, honestly, if here's the thing, Arkadia Moon came out before Mindark implemented this update. Now, hopefully they talked to these guys and all that, and this is just something that, like, everybody overlooked. But you guys can see the problem here. You can see where this, like, is leading. It's leading to these problems. I'm hoping that either Mindark's going to fix this, or the spawns on Arkadia Moon are going to be fixed. Now, I know I've been talking about this a lot. I'm like, I hate to be so negative about it, because there's so many things that are just so cool. But it's just such a glaring issue, because it makes me, like, hate my life anytime I take a shot at these mobs. See, like, instantly, just, I hit F1 too many times and auto-targeted that guy. Perfect example. I don't mind now, because it's like, hey, spawn works. It works for me. Like, the levels are close enough that I don't have any trouble, but when I hard target that Warhound, now I'm in trouble. And you can see the armor I've got is way overclassed for these guys just because I'm worried about getting attacked by something else. And it's this weird place that they're putting me in. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. So, like, it is what it is. And I do realize in the last video, I've got to apologize for this. I did forget to put in the repair costs. If you guys have commented on that, that was just like an overlook by me. So losses were actually a lot higher than I gave on. I'm finding this all over the moon. I'm finding that my losses are just much higher than expected. So I think after this hunt, unless something like amazing happens, it looks like on Arkadia Moon you're really either counting on globaling to get your loot, or you're just going to lose a ton. And these are some of the, as far as like percentages go and everything like that, I'm just seeing some horrible percent losses here. So I'm trying to make it work, but at the same time, like, just looking at my PED card, it's like that, it's rough, because you see these, right, like, gotta avoid this guy. What level is he, 23? 18, so that's a Warhound old. I could probably take him, but I'm not gonna try. But you can see with the loot, they're giving you a nice variation of loot, which is very cool. You can get a lot of markup for it, but the big problem is, it's good for creating an auction house, but it's not the best for me, because what's going to happen now is I've got to figure out how to actually get rid of all this loot. And I think the Arkadia auction is going to be okay, so that's going to be my option. But it would be better if I could somehow get this loot to Calypso. And, you know, that would be a cool service if Mindark could offer, like, a storage warp or something like that. It would cost a couple PEDs, but you could trade loot between planets, between your inventories. That would be something that would just really help the game and really help get people out here. Because right now, one of the problems is Mindark isn't doing enough, I feel like, to support the planets and everything like that. If your planet fails, it's really going to fail hard because of the fact that like auction works the way it does. For the planets that succeed, it guarantees sort of a success. It guarantees that your player base isn't really going to leak, even if you do some bad sort of implementations of stuff. But I don't know. We're getting into a lot of like game design topics here, and I know that's probably not what people tune in to see. So I'm gonna try and go away from that. Again, though, like, you can see with the loot, like, if you compare this to sort of when I'm hunting Aatrox or when I'm hunting even Fifoids, it's not quite comparable. It's not quite what I'd like to see. And now you can say I'm almost overkilling these guys with the gun, but the problem is the ones that are my level are doing the damage. It's just like, I can't take it. I don't have the armor to take it. So I need to, if I want to come back to Arkadia Moon, I'm going to need to do some research. I'm going to need to figure out what sort of damage these mobs are good doing, and I'm going to need to figure out if it's worth it for me to actually go ahead and buy the armor that's required. My guess is it's not going to be worth it for me. My guess is that at the end of the day, what's going to happen is, I'm going to say I love Arkadia Moon. I love the way they designed it. I love the thought process that went into it. But just as far as mining goes, I'm not getting the greatest results. As far as hunting goes, I love the fact that they've got unique mobs and everything like that is so cool. But then you've got some mobs like this mixed in that I can't kill them. They're level 18. I should be able to kill them, but I can't because I just don't have the armor for it. And while that's respectable, it's respectable to have a whole planet that's just like, hey, this planet, like, this is a type. Oh, that was a decent loot, actually. It's respectable to say, like, this planet, this is a type of damage that's done by the mobs and everything like that. And if I notice that Arkadia Moon's really taking off, I'll invest in the armor. But right now, it's just, I don't know if there's a use case for it outside of when I come to Arkadia Moon. And I'm going to do it so little that it's like, is it really worth getting? And this is sort of the thought process that every player is going to go through. And at least I've noticed that too, because that's one of the things, like Crystal Palace, everybody used to get armor for that, because everybody would go there as a team. You go there with your teammates. The loot was known to be good. You could get some unique stuff that you could sell to crafters for more, and people are like, hey, we're getting unique loot, we're getting good loot, let's go up as a team, Everybody get your gremlin armor out so you can take acid damage, and we'll make it happen. And I think they're trying to do the same thing with the Arkadia Moon, but I think the implementation is a little bit wrong. They need something unique that's looted out here that people want. They need that markup item. And you are seeing some markup items looted up here, but there's not enough of them to really warrant me coming up here just to hunt and buying a special set of armor to do it. Now, I'm unique in the fact that I did actually go hunting on Crystal Palace, and I did invest in some of that acid armor, so I might just have to go back to storage, pull that out, and then I can come back here and take on some of these big bad guys. But for your average player, this is sort of the scenario that they're going to run through. And again, I've got to do some research, because this doesn't look like the type of mob, this War Dog. It doesn't look like the type of mob that's going to be doing acid damage. And that's one of the things that's sort of throwing me off right now. Because this looks like something that might be doing more impact, and I've got my ghost on, so you think if it's doing impact I could take it, especially given the levels that are written there, but I'm having trouble. Actually, let's try taking one of these guys. Oh no, not the provider. I wanted to target the old, and I targeted the wrong one. How do I disengage? See, this is the other thing, right? I hit F twice and it doesn't work, and then I die. Alright. So that was just a controller issue. That one's on Mindark, honestly. And a lot of the issues I'm having too they're on Mindark. And Mindark sort of needs to figure out what's going on with this. They need to sort of communicate with the Arkadia devs and say like, hey, if you guys want to do it this way, like here's some of the problems. Like Arkadia Universe should have known about these controller changes. They should have demoed them out, and they should have said, hey, it's a little bit hard to hunt up here if you don't have the perfect set of armor, and are people going to be buying that armor? So I don't know where the failure is with that, honestly. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Anyways, let's total up the loot and see how it goes. If the loot's decent, I'm probably going to do another hunt. But if I'm looking at 25-30% losses, I'm probably going to leave, because I've done a couple hunts just off stream, and honestly, like, it is tanking the PED card. I've gone through quite a bit. So yeah, you can see this again, like, we're looking at 40.41 PEDs, so we're already taking a 10 PED loss just on the loot. There is some markup to it, but it's not going to be enough, because these things, like this probably has a decent markup on it, right? Like 32%. That's really good, but we only got 1 PED's worth, so that's 30 PECs. This again, 2 PED's worth probably has a good markup, 80%. So here we're getting 1.6. So we're slowly making our money back, but it's not enough to cover the losses. And I think that's going to be sort of the deciding factor for a lot of people. Again, like really nice markup items, but we're getting a really low amount of them, so it's hard to sell. I've got to find a trader that wants to buy them. And if I can't find a trader on Arkadia that wants to buy them, somehow I've got to get them back to Calypso. So that's a challenge in and of itself. Anyways, let's go ahead and total up the loot here, so or the repair costs here. So my repair costs already were a little higher. I forgot to repair everything, but I spent about 30. I think my repair costs were about 25 PEDs before this. So let's throw this in here. Okay, obviously my repair costs were not that high. Maybe I did repair everything, but this does seem a little bit too high to me. So honestly, just based on my knowledge and based on what I know, let's say I'm going to be conservative and say we took about 5 to 6 PEDs in repair costs. So overall, we probably took a loss of about 15 PEDs, which is a 30% loss. That's a pretty respectable loss, but that's definitely losses that we've seen on Calypso. So my thoughts are, here's what's going on with Arkadia, or the Arkadia Moon. I think maybe the taxes are higher and the loot was tweaked with because they're having trouble paying out their deeds. And if you look at the PED Flow Center, you're going to see the date that I'm filming this. I did film this earlier. So if you're looking at this, the deeds aren't paying out as much anymore. There's 2-3 days between payouts. And the minimum payout is 1 PEC. So that means every 3 days Arkadia deeds, each deed is making about 1 PEC. Again, we can talk about the value of the deeds later, but again, like, I think part of the problem is, and part of the reason that loot's decreased is because they want to sort of keep that payment threshold there. But I think it's going to be scaring people away, and I think they're sort of losing some of the momentum they had with that smuggler event. Anyways, guys, please let me know what you think. Hopefully this didn't come out too negative, but honestly, after this run, we're going to be, I'm going to be headed down to Arkadia, and we're going to give Arkadia a shot. So hopefully the loot will be better down there, and until next time, peace.